Hey everybody, it's Josh here on an absolutely gorgeous Sunday afternoon, April 5th, Resurrection Sunday. So happy Resurrection Day to all of you who are watching this, all my brothers and sisters all around the globe, really. Because funnily enough, there are people who watch this from all the way around the other side of the planet. So happy Resurrection Day to all of you. A couple days belated. But yeah, this is our fourth episode of the vlog. Just want to bring you up to speed on how things have happened this week. I will go ahead and tell you to start off. I took less video clips this week from what I've usually done, just because there's less happening each day compared to when we first were heading out here, or even last week. We're starting to kind of settle into a normal routine, a normal rhythm for what our days are starting to look like. Things are changing. Updates, lots of stuff to tell you all about, but here we are on a beautiful Resurrection Sunday, and it's a nice bright sunshiny day. Kids are out flying kites, having a good time. It's nice and breezy. I think you can see that in the trees in the behind me, just how gorgeous it is today. But yeah, we've been home from church now for about an hour and a half. We went to the first service, the English bilingual service this morning at about 7:30. We got there. Service started at 8, and then after the bilingual service, we had communion and baptisms, and then we had breakfast as an entire church body, and not just the English speaking, but also the Spanish speaking, both congregations together, and that was absolutely awesome. But then after that, we had also stayed for the Spanish speaking service. But Monday was just a normal day. I did some work on things. Then on Tuesday, we had planned on Tuesday being the day that we invited some people from church over to start doing that intentional hospitality piece, where we were going to have people come over to our home and have dinner and just get to know each other. But the guy we invited this week, he had to reschedule and couldn't make it, so he was going to Georgia to do a mission trip. So I think by the time this comes out, he might be back. I'm not sure. I know he wasn't at church today, but hopefully we can take a raid check and get that done pretty quick here, and have him over and just hear his story and get to know him. But anyway, we still had Denzel and Danny. They came over on Tuesday evening, and we sat down, and Danny made potato soft tacos, crispy, and that was delicious. And Ivy had a friend come over, and he came over and enjoyed the meal with us, and just kind of spent time with him, getting to know him. That was great. And of course, because Christine missed the Halo Effect concert, if you watched last week's vlog, if you haven't, make sure you put that, go to the playlist, watch the next one on the playlist. So watch last week's vlog. I mentioned that we had gone to the Halo Effect concert that Saturday. Because Christine missed it, we had to do something different for her. So her dear old Uncle Denzel did something special for her. So he put together a little short set of some music. And Nathaniel, I'll get you to go ahead and throw that video up on the screen. What you should be seeing right now is Denzel performing. I'm right there in our living room of our Airbnb, just showing love to Christine because she missed out on the concert because she wasn't feeling well. So, of course, baby bro, I have to tell you, thank you for making my little girl feel special with that. It meant a lot. So, did this, Dad, good for you to do that. So, I appreciate you, brother. But then on Thursday, got up and went and met Zell, and he and I sat and had coffee that morning. And then just spent time together, just the two of us. That was fantastic. But then later on, Patricia and I went over there and having lunch with them, and then she and I took a bike ride over to Horizon City. So we are currently sitting on the sidewalk outside of a Dollar General in Horizon City, Texas, using your bicycle as a makeshift phone holder.
Yep, live charges.
Yes.
Dollar General was so nice to let us charge our bikes.
Yes. Well, your bike, because Mom's charged them.
Bike suction yard.
Right. So it's what time is it? About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Mountain Time, on Thursday, April 2nd. So you might hear at the Missional vlog this past week that we're gonna try and come over Horizon and just pray for over the people we see and things like that. But of course, this time we actually found a path to get here on our bikes.
Which was so.
Yeah, so we actually rode all the way over here. It took us an hour to get here on my bike, and as soon as we got here, it died. So
Well, we got exactly where we were supposed to be.
right, but it was an hour-long ride. It was really cool. But that's what you've been saying has been really striking. It was that even though we're in a big city, it's a slower culture down here.
Yeah, even compared to a place like Manita, it's slower.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if it's the people or the culture or the place. I'm not sure what it is. It just, everything just slows down. Like you don't feel so stressed and hushed and in a hurry here.
Right. But yeah, so during our bike ride over here, we saw several really cool things. The one that really jumped out at me was the number of playgrounds we saw and passed by and went through. Right. We saw a lot of families out with their kids on Thursday afternoon. Like, that was really cool to me. Like, a lot of young families.
Yeah, it's really different here too because even like when the sun starts going down in the neighborhood that we're living in, like all the kids come out on their bikes.
Right. It's not like back in Virginia where when I was coming up riding bicycle, the neighborhood kids and stuff, like that was all day, every day. Whereas out here, because it's so sunny, like it's built in, you don't go out till the sun goes down. So back when I was growing up, it was be home at dark, and out here it's go out to play after dark.
Because it's cooler.
Like I said, there's a lot of really cool things that we saw. They did more construction, and just how many miles do you think we went on actual bike lanes and bike paths?
Let's see, how many miles did we get over here? 11?
It was
13?
We went 13.1 miles from the time we left Denzel's house till the
I think
battery
that's
hour.
8 miles. A good 8 miles of bike lanes.
Of bike lanes, and but another probably two or three of bike dots.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I mentioned in our email update. If you're not subscribed to our email list, by the way, please join the email list. There's a link in the description down below. I just completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? I don't even remember anything.
I can't.
Oh yeah, I remember what it was. Sorry, but no, I give like an 8 out of 10 on the city bikeability scale, even though like it's such a big area. If you're staying in one region, I said in the email it's like 7.5 to 8 on a bikeability scale that I made up. Like there's no other person giving me that grade. It's just my grade.
We should take some pictures of the bike trails in Ariza.
We really
Because
should.
they're really pretty.
Yeah, they're quiet, they're secluded. It's just really cool how they actually have a section built for people to ride bicycles. So
It took us so long to get out here?
let's see. When I was 19, I was hard-headed and said we would never leave Appomattox. And then
It's just all around a good experience that we're having. The culture is different, the speed is different, the just businesses are different. Everything's just different here, but it's like a warm different.
yeah,
It's warm. It's so warm. The people are warm. The culture is warm. Like, it's incomparable, is what I'm saying. Like, I have never experienced anything like this before. Now, mind you, just mind you that I am willing to go wherever God calls me.
of course.
But if I could choose, this is the place I want to stay. I just love it here. I think I love the people the most. Like, it's just, I come to the desert and I have never felt so full in my life. Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. All I can say is we're just finally where God wants us to be. So
Yeah.
But with that, guys, this clip's about 7 minutes long. I haven't done the clip, so this is actually the first clip this week because we didn't do much so far this week. I worked on some stuff earlier in the week, and you weren't feeling good yesterday, so we actually stayed home and didn't go to church last night. So, but tomorrow night is the Good Friday combined service thing at Emmanuel Baptist Church, where our pastor here in El Paso, Pastor Daniel, He'll actually be one of the ones speaking, and I'm really looking forward to it. So
Yeah, good to be bilingual.
yeah, and of course, you guys will be seeing this video after Easter. So we'll tell you now, Happy Easter. Remember that we serve a risen King, and that if he wasn't risen, then the gospel is null and void.
I mean, we're just hopeless, pitiful human beings, aren't we?
Like the Apostle Paul said, that if Christ is not raised, then our hope is in vain. So remember, we serve a risen King, and his gospel is the power of salvation to all who believe. So we love you. Thank you so much for following along with our journey. You got anything to add?
No. Bye, guys.
Love you all. Bye. So we took Friday off, and Patricia and I, because we had, on our way back on Thursday afternoon, we had actually learned that even though the road coming back was closed in between Horizon and East El Paso, where we're staying, that we actually found ourselves on that road that was closed, and we just rode the bikes down that road. And what was really wild about it was that the construction workers did not care. Like, there were people that were walking that road and stuff, and didn't say a word to us. People that drive the truck, and I took my bike off-roading to avoid a truck one time. The construction workers had to get on off the road, so to avoid a truck one time, I pulled off off the side of the road, and I had so much fun riding that bike to the dudes and stuff. So we learned that on Thursday. So Patricia and I took the kids back over there on Friday, and what you should be seeing on the screen for the last couple seconds, as well as right now, is one of the pictures that were taken on that road. There's panoramic shots that will just show you just the sheer openness of that land and how flat the world is. Off in distance on the east, you have northeast, you have a mountain range, and on the west side, you have a mountain range. There's just this massive flat plain between two mountain ranges. The wind gets to whipping, and when you ride your bike through there, it's a lot of fun. So there's some pictures of the kids. Some took Nathan and Christine over there to enjoy themselves, riding the bikes, and that was a really great experience. But then that evening, it was Good Friday, so April 3rd. So you should see some pictures right now on screen. There's planned by the pastoral staff at Yad Jezreel before we came in, which I guess Daniel announced today that I'm a member of the pastoral staff at Jezreel until we plant. So that was a bit of a surprise, but that was really cool. They brought us up and prayed over us today, and just loved on us and welcomed us, and I appreciate that, Pastor Daniel. But the pastoral staff at Jezreel had actually planned a community-wide Good Friday service where all the local Baptist churches got together over at Emmanuel Baptist, because they had a nice big one. The worship team from Jezreel led worship that evening. That was fantastic. Songs were sang in English and Spanish, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. There's also some pictures, as you should see. One of the pastors from Jezreel preached, Pastor Aaron. That was really, he challenged us with how the entire night was about the 7 sayings of Jesus on the cross. And Pastor Aaron preached on tetelestai, which is the Greek word for "it is finished." So when Christ was on the cross, one of the last things he cried out was tetelestai, or "it is finished." He challenged us with that. So it was a thoroughly enjoyable thing. We had, home cooked Mexican food that evening in the Missional Fellowship Hall. Of course, we grabbed to-go boxes and headed out, but I was having a bit of a anxiety attack, so we had to go ahead and leave. But some of the kids had pizza, and the rest of us, we had vegetables. But then yesterday, we just kind of rested and relaxed a little bit. Church this morning. And so as it is right now, some things are going to be changing. Coming up, we'll have more updates. If you're not on our Facebook group, to see pictures of what's going on as we move and go through the process here, I would ask you, make sure you join that Facebook group. It's going to be in the link in the description down below. Make sure you're following us there, as well as our email list. That did come out this past week. So if you're not on our email list, you can read that email update on our website, which the link is in the screen down below. For that, you go to our website, read the email update if you haven't already, and make sure while you're at our website to join our email list. That way you get those updates straight to your inbox every single month. But so I would like for you to pray about. Pastor Diego of the English Service in Jedriel, he did give Patricia and I some work to do. A little before long as a young couple, 19, 21 years, buds of new believers. Patricia and I are kind of bringing up under our ways and trying to teach them. But they're looking to get married. So we're going to be handling the premarital counseling piece for those two young people. So if you would be, just join us in praying for those two young people. And they'll be getting baptized here shortly. And then after that's be getting married. And we'll be doing some counseling to, premarital stuff together with them together, but also separately, where I can talk to him about what it means to be a godly husband. And Patricia can talk to her about what it means to be a godly wife and what it means to have a Christ-exalting marriage. So that's going to be a really great experience, but at the same time, it is a very important thing. Marriage is important. So if you would just pray for us, pray for those young people. And also, Patricia and I are going to be starting an in-home Bible study led primarily by me, but they'll be happening here in our home weekly. We're trying to figure out what day of the week that's going to be, what we're going to kind of topics we're going to cover and things like that. But hopefully that'll be starting this week as well. We'll see. So, but again, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for praying with us. Thank you for praying for us. And thank you so much for supporting our mission. We love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, everybody. It's Josh here. It's been 2 weeks since we had an upload on this channel. Last week we had some pretty significant technical difficulties. Couldn't get the video exported in time. I was so sorry. But of course, the first half of this vlog was the video that was supposed to come out last week. I'm sure you put that together by now. But as I record this video, it is currently Tuesday, April 14th at about 2 o'clock local time. Just want to give you a quick update on what's happened in the last week. So the first half of this video was the week before last, the week before Easter. And this, from now on, the rest of the video is the update from the previous weekend and day since Easter. So obviously last Monday was getting prepared. I was asked to lead the Wednesday night Bible study at Jedriel Iglesia on Wednesday night with the English speaking lesson. So I sat down and talked to Pastor Diego, and I said, okay, I think, I'm preaching this week anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a supporting text. So on Wednesday, I was doing a Bible study preparation, a sermon prep, and all those things, getting ready for the week. So Monday was just a nose to the grindstone, get some work done day. Tuesday was interesting. If you follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook group, then you should know that last Tuesday, Patricia and Heather were riding a bicycle and they got pulled over on a bicycle. The thing, I'll go ahead and throw a picture of that on the screen, but it was really kind of hilarious to me. So Heather was actually out doing some stuff and getting ready for work and stuff to do with that. So she needed help. She had a problem with her bike tire. The tire came off the rim, so she needed us to come save her. Just pick at Heather. It's normal. It's stuff that happens. But so Patricia and I jumped in the van, and no, I take it back. We didn't jump in the van. Patricia got on my bike, and she rode to go meet Heather to take her a fresh battery and put some air in the tire, and they were on the way back, and the tube came off. So I had to get in the van and drive her to pick up Heather's bike, and they were going to ride tandem back to the Airbnb on the back of my bike. So my bike's actually big enough for two people to ride on, as long as one of the two is not me. So, but me being concerned, like, we're new to this area, not sure what's going on with traffic and safety concerns, all those things, I actually kind of tracked them on Live 360. And I'm glad I did, because I saw them go a way that I wasn't expecting. And the next thing I know, she's calling me. I'm like, oh no, I'm so glad I stayed out, because we got a problem. And she did. Patricia got pulled over on a bicycle. Yeah, like I said, Nate and Nevada put that ticket on the screen there, but it cracked me up. And luckily I was close. So I actually pulled up, was at a park, and Officer Rodriguez with the El Paso PD, he was a really nice man, really kind. He was kind of stern. He's like, yeah, we come to a full complete stop. But once he identified that we're originally from Virginia, we're new to the area, we've been here a couple weeks at this point, he kind of cut us his slack, gave a warning. But it really cracked me up. We haven't been here. But it was a great day. I mean, we took the kids to Whataburger. I got some pictures. Nathaniel could put those on the screen too, from our trip to Whataburger. It was his first time going, so he was all excited to go to Whataburger. First time since we moved anyway. He's had it before, but so we all went to Whataburger and had milkshakes and the good cheeseburgers and stuff. So that was great. But what's really been interesting ever since the Easter Sunday, I mentioned in the first half of this video that Easter Sunday we had lunch after the bilingual service and the baptisms. There's a dish, a Mexican dish called menudo, which it's basically chilies and the spices and tripe. Now, I don't like tripe. I don't eat tripe. So I didn't have it. Patricia had it. She said it was really good. The problem is the chili, ever since then, the chilies and that dish had upset her stomach. And we've determined it's probably just an ulcer from the stress, but it really caused a lot of inflammation for a few days there. So it's kind of funny that, she comes out here, loves Mexican food, eats some authentic Mexican, and it fights back. So it was kind of funny, but that happens. But so Tuesday night, we had planned it out to have people come over for some Bible study and just dinner. So we had, I think we had 5 guests in the house that night. And we did some Bible studies, just talking about what is the gospel. As Christians, we're all united by the gospel. So what is the gospel? I talked about how we all have a testimony, and our testimony as Christians is truly miraculous. Some folks think, oh, I don't have a crazy testimony because, I didn't do drugs and I wasn't a prostitute, or I didn't do this or that. So we all just kind of sat and talked about our testimonies. And I was explaining that we all had that same story, that we were dead in our sins, but Christ made us alive to God. So it was just a really good Bible study about what the gospel is and what it is to have a testimony and what it is to be saved. And then on Wednesday, Patricia and I went out. We did another prayer ride. I got some pictures that I'll have posted on the screen, some cactuses. Like, for those of you back in Virginia who've never seen a wild cactus, there are tons and tons and tons of wild cactuses here in El Paso. So Nathaniel, make sure you put a picture of that cactus up on the screen there. But then Wednesday night, because I had been asked to lead the Wednesday night Bible study, I taught on Philippians 2, which, because I was preaching on Sunday on serving and loving like our crucified King, I was just showing out of Philippians 2 how what we call the condescension of the Christ, how God himself clothed himself in human weakness, how he didn't consider his status as God as being something to hold on to with both hands. He was willing to empty himself. He didn't stop being God, but he took on attributes and clothed himself in human weakness, and he lived that perfect life that we couldn't, and then died the death that we deserved to purchase our salvation. So if you're watching this video, and I haven't said this in previous vlogs, but I'll say it in this one. If you're watching this video and you don't know what it means to surrender in faith to Christ, please send me an email. Email me directly if you have that, or email me at borderlandsfbc@gmail.com. Nathaniel, do me a favor and put that on the screen. It's borderlandsfbc@gmail.com. If you don't know what it means to follow Jesus, please email me. I'm not going to put you on blast in the comments or anything, but if you would just email me, I'd love to talk to you about it. We can have video calls or just email back and forth, whatever is going to be best for you. But please, if you don't know what it means to follow Jesus, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it more. But then Wednesday night, we got back home and had some stressful stuff happen in the driveway as we were getting home. And I I kind of lost my temper. Again, I'll be honest, I lost my temper a little bit. And I was talking to Christian, she's like, Josh, use it a break. Yeah, I've been holding it together for everybody, trying to keep my emotions in check and support everybody else's as much as I can. So I just need a break. So Thursday, I got together with baby brother Denzel and Markel, and probably spent, I guess, 4 hours just talking about scripture and being in the scripture and then praying. And it was a fantastic time spent time with those guys, just getting out of the house and not having to bear that load of everything, and just trying to recenter and refocus, not so much on teaching and preaching, but also just making sure that I was spending enough time, and especially myself. Actually, ever since that, I've started something about that is really cool. It's helped me sleep better. Is got some earbuds around here somewhere, and I just put them on there. I'm really comfortable. I sleep with them, and I have my audio Bible. I play that. And like last night, I listened to the Book of Romans on repeat. I probably listened to the Book of Romans 20 times in my sleep last night. It's actually helped me sleep better, and I think that's changed my temper a little bit. So it's just something. Some folks it helps them memorize, but for me, it's more so just it's helping me sleep. I can't think of any other better noise to hear than the Word of God. So that started last Thursday, and then of course Friday's my day off. I don't do any work on Friday because Sunday is a big day when you're a minister. So for those pastors who watch this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about, how Sunday is not a very restful day. It's more of a you're exhausted so you pass out kind of day, at least for me. So my weekend is Friday and Saturday. So Friday just took the day off and just kind of relaxed around and hung out with the family, and we didn't do much, but that night we had company over again. We had dinner again, talked about the scripture again. We were just celebrating. So Markel, he's a young man I've met through Denzel. He's actually going to start coming to church with us. He asked me if I wouldn't mind, spending time with him, mentoring him a little bit, teaching him things I've learned over the years. So really excited about that relationship and building that up. But yeah, so Markel got a job in his own new place, and so we were just celebrating that. We had some folks from church as well, Wendy and Manny. Wendy's our age, and Manny is Ivy's friend from youth, so they came over. You played a game, just had a really good time, just fellowshipping, just being Christians, having good Christian relationships. So Friday was a great day, but Saturday was a bit of a step back. We woke up Saturday morning and absolutely everyone in the home except for Nathaniel and I were not feeling good. Patricia wasn't feeling good because of the situation with her stomach. Christy was just kind of feeling bleh, probably because she's been out so much. We've been riding bikes so much since we've been out here. Heather had started her job and everything, so she was kind of feeling under the weather. So it was more so just kind of like take it slow, baby herself. Ivy in particular was really having a rough go. She was just coughing nonstop and actually getting physically ill, nauseous and whatnot. So Saturday was kind of rested to let everybody try to recover as much as possible. But then Sunday morning comes along, and again, the only two people feeling good, and Patricia, she was feeling better, but she was more so trying to help the other ladies in the home recover. So she stayed home with all the girls and Heather, and Nathaniel and I went to church by ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and give you Nathan, go ahead and throw up a picture. That's on Sunday morning, a nephew, and that little short video clip will give you of me preaching. But yeah, Sunday was a great day. It was my first time preaching in Texas. And the next couple days, I'll have Nathaniel edit up the video of my sermon to go ahead and you can watch that. I had to throw a picture up on the screen of nephew. Nephew is a brother that we met down here. He is a deacon there at Jezreel, and he actually just came back on Sunday. He was coming back. He was giving a report from a mission that he took to Georgia, and just the things they saw and things that he experienced. And of course, you all watch that. You can watch both his message and mine on the Jezreel YouTube page, Jezreel Iglesia, El Paso, Texas. I'll tell you right now, he is way more charismatic than me, but really enjoyed it. So thank you for bringing that message, nephew. It was kind of funny to me how he and I didn't talk at all. He didn't even know I was preaching on Sunday, so we didn't coordinate or anything. That he, brought something out of Mark chapter 5, I think it was. I was coming out of Luke chapter 9. It's examining what it means to deny ourselves. What does it mean to deny yourself? What does it mean to take up your cross to follow Jesus? So just like I said a few minutes ago, if you want to email me talking about that in more detail, that'd be great. I'd love to talk to you about it. And again, that sermon will be on this YouTube channel in the next couple of days. So, but Sunday was great. Of course, after preaching, I'm always exhausted. I step down out of the pulpit and I'm just ready to take a nap. This is the most physically draining thing I've ever done. So I preached that morning, came home, took a nap, ate some lunch. Then at 3:30, I went back over to Jezreel for a quarterly ministry staff, planning meeting, where we planned the next 3 months worth of activities and things there at Jezreel. It was just really good to be involved and in that room to see how Pastor Daniel really just does things there at Jezreel, and just him telling me these are things that I've done here in 25 years at Jezreel, things that you might want to consider doing. But yeah, overall this last week has been fantastic. Sunday night was really cool too, because on Saturday I had to go over to Denzel and Dana's house to discuss the lease. We're actually renting their house from them because they're moving to Dallas. So we're actually going to rent our house from them. So we're going to discuss the lease, or I did, and how that will all going to work. What that will look like in the different ventures business, something doesn't matter. But we've already started getting mail there. Even our first week here, we got mail there from some folks back at Westlake. Love you guys. Thank you. You know who you are. But this weekend, we got some really cool mail. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this picture. If you've been following us on Facebook for any length of time, you know that when we went to visit Hebron back the 8th of March, we had our photo taken outside, and they used it and turned it into a coloring page to actually teach the kids about missions and how Hebron is partnering with us to do this work in El Paso. And so we got some coloring sheets and some pictures that were colored, and they were all just so cool. And we got some letters from the kids there at Hebron, and I'll tell you, I was smiling, laughing if you read these things, and it was so cool. And we gotta tell you, it was awesome to read these things. So in the next couple days, we actually got some photographs printed out. We wrote some letters. I wrote a letter for the whole family, and Nathaniel and Christine and Ivy wrote letters to send to the kids at Hebron as well. So if I tell you what, it was such an encouragement. If you or your church family wants to partner with us, there's gonna be a link in the description down below for you to partner with us. Send us mail like that, we'll write back. It's been a great partnership with them. So thank you so much to Pops and Mama Cindy there at Hebron, and Aunt Rhonda and the children's ministry there. So thank you all so much. It was such an encouragement, and I hope that we can bless the kids with the letters that they wrote back to them and the photograph he sent. So I'll get Nathan for some of those photos up on screen too right now. So but thank you all so much for watching this video. I know this is a bit of a longer one. Vlog 4 was supposed to come out last week, and this was supposed to be vlog 5, but it all came one mega vlog. So but thank you so much for watching. Again, please make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon, get notified every time we can upload, whether it's a vlog episode or a sermon. And of course, if you want to support us, the links in the description down below. Join our email list, Facebook group, all those links are down below. But thank you all so much for watching. We love you. God bless.